Well, it's pretty tough for me to follow Gail, her husband. Now all the world sees that I married up. There's only one other person in this room that knows exactly what I say when married up, and that's Doug Doty. It's spelled G-A-Y-L-E. Right, Doug? I want to just say real quickly thank you to Kelly Wood and Darrell White. Let me tell you, I've been pushing for Corban to put their big pants on, and this luncheon we had today, you guys went over the top. Congratulations on that. Really, great job. Also, I should say, Cicely, I did work for a news register in McMinnville. I'm probably the biggest turkey that produced out of McMinnville, so I know all about the turkey-orama. You know, there's a meeting just like this. There's a meeting just like this in Boise, Idaho. A bunch of business people got together. There was a group, and they said, you know, we have this asset. We have this asset called Idaho State, Boise State. So why don't we have a football field? Why don't we go into D1? Why don't we build a facility around and so to speak, my words, put on our big pants? And they said, that's a great idea. They weren't alumni. They didn't have any vested particular interest in the school itself as alumni. They wanted to see this asset, Boise State, to evolve into a D1 school. Some guy in the corner, I think it was a used car salesman, said, oh, by the way, let's do a blue field. And that's where they are today, Boise State. It's the same thing with Corban. We have that opportunity today to have this asset sitting on the hill, Judeo-Christian influence in the Mid-Willamette Valley, in Oregon, in Northwest, on the West Coast. Everyone talks about Hillsdale lately. Hillsdale this. If you're on the mailing list for honey, don't answer that. Everybody's on the list for Hillsdale. I get mail every single day for them. Why can't we be the Hillsdale in the Northwest? You know, it's going to be an opportunity here for us to step forward as a community to look again as this asset. Are we going to do something with this light on the hill to make it even brighter? Chuck Swindoll and Howard Hendricks, after we went to a deal in the early 80s, after I accepted Christ, said this: the size of your God will determine the size of your faith. Big God, big view of sin. Big God, big view of salvation. The size of your God will determine the size of your theology and everyday lifestyle. When you talk about the size of your God, you can talk to Jason Brandt, talking about his daughter who has gone through illness. When you talk about the size of God, you can talk to Doug and Gail, $7.5 million investment over here. Everyone in this room should be patronizing them. When you talk about the size of your God, how about buying an auto dealership in 1980 when Prime is 23? It certainly wasn't the success of Doug and Gail or the healing of Jason's daughter or a successful car dealership. It was the size of our God. The challenge that we have here today is, what's the size of our God? How much influence? I am so frustrated with having huddles like this. Sheldon mentioned this. We want to get off the sidelines. We have a huddle like this. We have huddles like this on Saturday nights. We have huddles like this on Sundays. That's not where the action is. The action is Monday through Friday. That's when the game is. You're weird if you go to a football game and look for a huddle. You want to see the action, and that's what we're talking about here. I think we should actually get involved. We can do that by supporting Corban. Whether a lot of us are not alumni, a lot of us do not have that personal connection, but we do have the connection of the Judeo-Christian foundation of our country. What we need is a little less PC and a whole lot more JC. Do you know what the cost is? I don't understand this. The teachings of Jesus Christ would solve so many of our social ills. Do you have any idea what the cost is? I got involved in this after I sold the store to David. Do you know what the cost is of DOC, DHS, OYA, and all the sundry other things to Marion County alone? It pushes $20 million a month. That's $250 million. For the state, it's $15 billion. Now I know you think of car dealers, chump change. They ain't chump change. The teachings of Christ is the answer. Corban is the answer. The question we have today: are we going to participate in this answer? We're very fortunate today to have four individuals, the Welders, Hermans, Nicholson, and Dr. Nord, and Board of Trustees, to match anything that's given today. I love to have people squeal and match gifts. You have two options today. You can sign up to be a monthly donor. Ron Hayes told me, or showed me, what monthly giving is. The food share had 500 monthly givers. Increased it to 1,265 at a measly $35 a month. You know how much money that is? It's $480,000 a year. $500,000. You can give monthly giving, or of course the second option, of course, is a one gift a day. Whatever you give, the gross amount of monthly giving will be matched. $25, $300. I always say, look, I don't want to ask you for $1,000. That's too much money. Just give $100 a month. Sounds like a car deal, doesn't it? But seriously, on your tables are the pledge cards, the envelopes. The thing we want to leave with you today, though, is I personally want to leave you with today is that we of the Judeo-Christian faith want to impregnate our community at large. I love that, impregnate, because pregnancy, either you are or either you aren't. There's no in between. And that's what we're asking today is we are going to have Corban to be an influential asset in our community. The challenge is, and I crassly say, is we need to get off our assets. Fill out the pledge card, sign up, and I am proud to be part of Corban. I'm proud to say, Sheldon, finally you're putting your big pants on. Thank you.